So one of the biggest questions I get about reinventing yourself in midlife is, what do you do for a job? And the fun thing is you can actually do so many more things than you ever thought you possibly could. And it might take learning some new skills and, learning some new computer stuff or a new activity, but that's okay. So one of the things that happened, and before we get into that, if we haven't met before, my name's Lindsay. I help women reinvent themselves in midlife and find more purpose and meaning in their next chapter. So welcome if you're here. So pleased you're here. So I just want to share this with you because it's been my experience, and somebody asked me about it and I went, actually, I didn't have any idea of what this was going to look like 3 years ago when I left Canada and moved back to England with my daughter. I had no idea what I was actually going to do. Thankfully, I started working with a friend. So I did that as as a real job and a desk job. And I did that, but on the side, because I only did that part-time. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to do something like full-time now. If I am working full-time, because when you work for yourself, it's your choice, and generally you're your hardest boss. And but I didn't want to do just like a regular job. I wanted to do a bunch of different things. So some of the things that I've been doing, and I'm only saying this so that you can realise that how broad you can actually go. Some of the things I was doing, so I was doing recruitment, headhunting research. I was doing horse whispering, which is Reiki and healing for horses and their owners. I was doing coaching. I was building a social media platform. I was running meditation circles. I think that was it. And then since then, I've done courier deliveries. I've made a book on KDP Amazon. I have done UGC content, which I'll explain a little bit about as we go. And I've earned affiliate revenue. And obviously I've sold coaching. So there's quite a lot in there. There is so many options of what you can do. So let's just start with obviously everybody knows what to do, like with a regular job. But if you know somebody, like if you've got a friend and they need some part-time cover, maybe that's something you want to do. But let's dive into this digital stuff, because the digital stuff has been unbelievably fascinating for me. So I learned to build websites and stuff about 15 years ago now, back in the day. And what I couldn't believe is when I started the new Instagram page, which is Midlife Freedom Angel. If you're not on there, come over and see us on Instagram, Midlife Freedom Angel. I started that beginning of 2024, I think. And I thought I knew how to do social media. And then I learned because it's so different and it's so easy to learn now. And then you just got to actually, implement it. But that involves stuff like being on video and, taking videos where you go and just learning to do B-roll video. And you'll find there's more and more and more people doing it on social media, and especially of our age group. Now, also building a YouTube channel, same thing. But one of those skills is you've got to learn to get on video. Now, as you can see with my videos, I am not big into all the editing and all the rest of it, because although I can do all the editing and stuff on Instagram, the editing on YouTube kind of sends me over the edge. And the secret for me right now in this stage of life and starting new projects is I can start lots of new projects. I'm sure you feel the same. You can take stuff on that doesn't seem too big or too scary for you to actually get going with and start to see some traction. So I said I'll talk about the digital side, and I've got a list of stuff here because I cannot believe how much has come from just diving into the digital side of things. So there are six things on here. So first of all, learning to do social media as if it's a business. So you are what's called a creator, not a consumer. And basically means that you are learning to do sales through social media. You're learning to engage people, to make content that teaches, inspires, educates, entertains. That's kind of the fundamental. It's not just a question of, this is dinner. Those days are long gone. There's loads to learn, and you can do that in so many different ways. I mean, yes, you can buy a course, and yes, those courses I do sell. There's all sorts of different courses. Alternatively, you can learn a lot going on things like the Open University, or going on LinkedIn and doing some free courses. If you join Premium for a month, I saw that tip, which was fantastic. If you join Premium for a month, you can learn quite a lot just on there, just by doing their free courses. You can learn a ton through YouTube, but I think YouTube is better for kind of like the overarching. But if you really want to learn like the nitty gritty, it takes so long to piece it all together on YouTube that quite frankly, I think it's a bit of a waste of your time. So if you've got the time or you've got the energy, invest in one sort of training or invest with one person. Because over time, you'll need more than one course. You'll need more than one training because you don't know where the skills are going to take you. And also you don't know where your challenges are going to be. So that's one. So first of all, just learn the basics. And that includes things like learning how to use AI, ChatGPT. I do so much with ChatGPT now, and that's just with the free version. If you get the paid version, you can do even more. Apparently, I haven't got the paid version, so I don't know. But it helps me with kind of reining in all of my creative ideas, creativity and ideas all in one, creative ideas. It also helps me structure my thoughts about, what social media is coming up, about writing captions, about following marketing trends, all sorts of research. You can do it so much easier using ChatGPT and now even so many different AI tools. So that's one thing. Just get the basic training because it's the best thing that you can possibly do. Once you've learned those set skills, it can go in any direction. So some of the directions it can go in, you can produce your own products to download, and you can do those making them on Canva or other platforms. Canva is just what I use. And again, you can use a free tool, but there is a paid one. I personally pay for that one. And you can make all sorts of things like templates or ebooks or training manuals. Or calendars, time organizers, all sorts of things you can do on Canva, and then to sell those. And obviously you sell those through advertising them on social media. Now, this is just the path I've followed. There are so many different ones, but you can make money doing all sorts of bits of stuff that you love, that you enjoy, so that you're your own manager, your own time. You make your time schedule. You know what I mean? Okay, so you can produce your own products. Book publishing. But this book, I made on Canva and then I've got printed on Amazon. So you can see it's like a sort of a journal planner kind of thing with some motivational quotes. Just made it on Canva and now sell that. I think it's £15 now on Amazon. I haven't sold a ton, but I've sold some. It's more income. And then also using Amazon, you can be an affiliate on Amazon. And so you can, again, you probably need a training course for it, but they're not expensive. Some of the training courses, I think you can get training courses for under £100. Or, yeah, again, you've got to be really focused actually about kind of reining in how many different things you can do. But if you wanted to be an Amazon affiliate, having some social media platform at the beginning helps you to do that, although you don't have to. And you can work your way through all the Amazon different affiliate positions, and therefore you can actually become an Amazon, what they call influencer. You're not like an influencer like people know it, but you're called an Amazon influencer. And then you can actually have your own page, and on your page it's like your shop front. And so you can recommend products that you have in your house. You don't have to go out and buy loads of stuff. Products you've got in your house, products you've used, products you recommend, stick them all on there. And then if people buy through those, you get a small, but you get revenue from that. You get an income. Now, friend of mine, she's just one person, obviously, who I've talked to over the months and years as we've got to know each other on social media. And she constantly now comes home to a bunch of free products being sent to her. And those free products are asking for her to review them. And so, she's got all sorts of products. And Christmas, literally she said that every time I came home from dropping the kids off, I would come home and there was a pile of stuff outside the door, which she'd been sent for free because people want it reviewed. So, and you give an honest review about it, of course. So that's another avenue that you could look into. Again, but it's learning the new skills. It's learning how to work on digital. So there's the affiliate deals. The other thing about affiliate deals is promoting products and then getting a kickback on it. So it's kind of like, I would say, the modern day network marketing, but now you don't have to go and organise like home parties or anything. Now you just talk about it as you use the product. So I'm trying to think, if there's any products here that I've recommended. So there's a bunch of products like my cards, my shaman wand, that sort of stuff. I've got those recommended on Amazon. My ring light that I'm using, those are all recommended on Amazon on my page. But as regards other affiliate stuff, I have done, I'm an affiliate for a middle-aged makeup. I'm an affiliate for a natural deodorant. And I'm also talking with a skincare company about being an affiliate for them as well. But again, I would only be an affiliate for products that I really like, I really enjoy. Oh, and also I'm an affiliate for the digital marketing courses. So if you were to buy a digital marketing course through me, then I would get some revenue. And that can be really, really lucrative. But again, you need to learn the skills and you need to go down that road. Now, the other thing actually that's been really good for me since I built my social media is something called UGC, which is user-generated content. So basically that means I've registered with an agency. They send different brands who are looking for content creators. And then if it's something that you vibe with, so for example, I've done vitamins, I've done a health drink, an aging health drink, and again, some skincare. And they'll give you the script or whatever the agency I use. They give you the script, you make the videos, and then you send them back to them. They do all the editing and all the rest of it. And you are one of a bunch of creators that this brand then uses. So for example, I've been on Instagram and I've seen my own advert come up and I'm in there going, oh, look, I'm almost famous, just not quite. But anyway, and that pays like per video. So that's been quite lucrative for me, which was something if I didn't know the Instagram stuff and I hadn't built a following on Instagram, none of that would have been available. And I'm not saying it definitely isn't available, but it's a lot easier when you've got some sort of platform to say, look, I've got this many followers. Now, the funny thing is, I don't know why, because I haven't been posting, or they don't ask me to post those adverts onto my social media. So I don't know why you need this social media platform or following, but they ask for it, and thankfully I've got it, and so the UGC deals have come through, which, as I say, has been really helpful for me. It's been quite lucrative. So yay! And then the other thing that once you've got the digital side of things, you can coach on YouTube. You can coach on Zoom. You can do Google meetings. You can coach people with specific skills. You can just do like coaching, teaching, mentoring, tutoring. You can do it all online. But it's just, if you take your skills from the corporate world and then you start to, well, you can either sell them to corporates, of course, which is great, because if you've got that network and you've got those contacts, then go for it, because that's going to be, probably really nice and lucrative. But if you wanted to remove yourself from that entirely, then you're communicating with others. Maybe you're sharing your knowledge, you're sharing your experience, but learn the digital skills, because just basic editing, how to, do your marketing, how to do things like search engines. It's not nearly as complicated as it all sounds, and it's getting easier and easier because of AI. I mean, the other thing that you can do is you can also do things like learning actually how to use AI. Again, you got to learn the skills, and it's not expensive to get going. I know it seems like this whole big kind of, massive technology block, but it really isn't. The more AI you can learn, the more it's almost like having a team for assistance. It's quite phenomenal. So if you haven't considered that, I definitely consider that. The other thing to do, as I say, is find something that you're really passionate about. And I mean, my theory was always find something you're passionate about, learn to share it, and then that becomes your purpose. And I still stand by it today, because there is nothing more satisfying or rewarding than doing what you love and sharing it with people who are actually interested to learn about what you know. So if that's helpful, I hope that's helpful. I love talking about, the sort of all of the inside work you've got to do in order to reinvent yourself in midlife. But ultimately, we've also got to exist in the real world, and you've got to be able to pay the bills and put food on the table. And you need to be able to work to do that. And I just wanted to open up some of the opportunities that until I got into this, I had no idea about. So if that helps, cool, let me know, drop a comment, any questions, drop them in there. And if I can answer them, I will. I'm very happy to refer you over to friends who have taken different routes. So if I'm affiliated, I'll tell you. If I'm not affiliated, then that's fine, because we all just share the love and help each other. Most of my network over the last couple of years has really been built up to be other midlife women who are doing exactly what we're doing. So I hope that can be helpful. Lovely to have you here. Thanks so much. And if you're not over on Instagram, come over and follow me there, because it'd be lovely to see you there. And you'll see different types of videos that I do on there. It's very different to the YouTube video. Okay, my darling. Nice to see you. Take care. Bye.